Hey guys, I'm going to do my best to show how to get pretty far in the Colosseum using this setup. So I'm using the Eclipse set as well as the Blue Moon set. Starting with my Tentacle and Defender just for the extra inventory slot, but I'm going to be using Ancient Magics with the Blue Moon Spear and Range with the Eclipse set for the majority of it. So let's go ahead and start. First things first, I am going to walk over here. I like to start on this tile just because it's pretty notable. Just drop a restore, move back to the start tile. So usually I would try and start every wave here on A. But for the first wave, watch, I'll show you. If you're on A and you try to talk to the guy to start it, you'll just run out here. So you can't start there. Make sure you have blood magic ready to go on your Blue Moon Spear. And when you're ready, click Start Wave. So as soon as I like to start with Blasphemy because it's pretty much always viable to be taken, especially with this setup with all of these restores. You're going to have plenty. As soon as you hit Continue, 5 ticks later, the enemies are going to spawn. If you're on this tile, then they can't spawn anywhere over here. So they're all going to be down here. So it's very safe as long as you're on this tile when the enemies spawn. And because it's 5 ticks, if I start here, then 5 ticks later, watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I run back. And so it's really easy to time it. I usually click 1 tick after clicking continue, click start, and you're here right at the right time. So it'll make more sense when you see it. For now, just ready to go. I see that the next wave has a mage, and so that's going to be dealing the most damage. That's what I'm concerned with. So I'm getting ready to pray protect from magic. So I click start wave, hit continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the enemies. Get ready to freeze the archer. And now I walk away. And when I walk away, I'm out of their range. They can no longer hit me. And I can just stand here and attack this with Blood Barrage for as often as I want to get all my HP back. And then whenever I'm ready, just swap over. And that's it for them. All right, I'll take a sip of my ranging pot here and drink a sip of my regen potion. Regen potions, they're just nice to have. They give twice as much prayer as a restore, so you may as well bring them if you have them. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. All right, major down. Now I focus on the Jaguar Warrior. And you can, try and be as optimal as you want. Flick every attack if you want to. But you have a ton of prayer. There's no need to. The less you can confuse yourself with, the better. And then just swap back to my mage gear and get ready to go. At the end of the wave, your prayers will shut themselves off, so you don't need to. But if you have time, you may as well. All right, so now re-entry is awful. You could take the first one. I usually like to save it until much later in the Colosseum, like wave 10 or 11. If there's nothing else to pick, then I'll go with re-entry. Picking it this early on, you're basically guaranteed to get re-entry 2 and eventually 3. Quartet. This one, unless you're going for the CA, never take this one. That's the easiest way to think about it. It just gives you more to worry about in the beginning. A lot of times you'll get caught off prayer, you'll miss a freeze, or something will happen, and you're just screwed. Right? So let me drink this, and here I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I ended the wave here on A, so I could time that. I know for the next wave, the Ranger is what hits the hardest. And so I'm getting ready. I'm taking Blasphemy, ready to continue. I have my prayers out, and then I hit continue, run to start. And now we run back. I don't think that guy will make it around, but I may as well prepare for it. And he did make it around, so I'm glad I did. But the nice thing about this setup is these guys are frozen. They're going to be stuck there a while. All I have to worry about is this guy. See? Super easy. Don't have to worry about swapping prayers, flicking, anything. Now, something to note about the Javelin Colossus, it has pretty high range defense, so you're going to be standing here attacking it for a while. And every 4 attacks it's going to have this, you just need to dodge it. But if you just want to speed it up a little, you can melee. And you'll hit a lot harder, it'll make it a lot faster. But you'll also be using charges from your Blood Fury, so it's whatever you feel comfortable with. If you have a ton of Atlatl darts like me, then just range it. If it takes forever, it takes forever. And since I have time, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this. And then end on the A tile. Get ready for the next wave. And if you make it to the A tile, you don't switch gear, you have all the time in the world to switch gear between waves, there's no need to rush it. Relentless is a good one because the gear that we're wearing does not have a lot of defense. So if you're going to take hits, it doesn't really make a difference whether it's ignoring your defense or not. So I'm just going to take Relentless and Wave 3. I know there's 2 Rangers. Those hit the hardest, so I'm getting ready to pray range. And here we go. Now there's no need to rush things here. I can just stand here, wait. What I did there was just destack the Serpent Shaman and then move to the side to line these up. So it's a smooth surface. If it's a smooth surface, then whatever comes out is just going to come straight down. And if I were still missing health, like say I had missed a freeze or something and I need to heal up, the Jaguar Warrior has very low magic defense. So you can heal up no problem with blood spells. But I have full HP, so I'm not going to waste the blood runes. One thing I will do, though, is go ahead and repot. I could top back off if I wanted to, but I'm not that pressed for it. So with this stack, there's 2 Javelin Colossuses over here. So since they both attack the same, I could pray the same. So I want to hit the one in the back, just get rid of it before worrying about the one in the front. Since I'm killing the one in the back, this guy is going to be stuck there the whole time. And all I have to do is just focus on not running out of prayer, moving out of the way of the javelins. I just realized I'm on long range. Before killing this guy, I'll go ahead and show you something fun. So I'll get rid of the Serpent Shaman here. And I just keep the regeneration potion up because 2 will last you the entire Colosseum. There's no need to try and save them or anything. Alright, so there's one guy left. So if I was in the case where this guy was in the front and there was a major or something back here, and I just wanted to deal with the major, then I could pray mage, click this tile. As long as you're on A and you click this tile, you're going to corner trap the guy in the front. So now I can focus on just killing the guy in the back. The problem with this is if I take a step back, this guy's going to come out and see me. If I took a step forward, same thing. So if it's like a manticore or something, and there's a javelin colossus in the back, and I stand here, I'm praying range for the javelin colossus, and then he'll eventually throw that javelin. So in that case, I will usually still do this. I'll come out here, focus on the javelin colossus, try and get him to about half health. Whenever he throws it, I'll click back to A, just run back. If you click like the same tick that he throws it, then you'll make it back before he gets off the next attack. So then whenever you reset, you have 3 more attacks before he throws another one. But if that were to happen, if this wasn't, or so if this was a major or something, then whenever I click to walk away, so let's just wait. I would click to walk away, pray mage immediately, then back to range, and then just come back. But since there's only one guy here, you don't really have to worry about it. Once again, ending on A. And so, due to the way that the Colosseum picks invocations, you'll almost always be offered an upgrade for one you have. So if you see one that like you're okay with, totemic, don't take. But if you see one you're okay with, you could say, oh, I want to take this one and just hit continue. If you're offered 2 that you don't mind, then it's better to take a 3rd upgrade than a 2nd upgrade because it removes it from the pool. So it's more likely to roll this one later on. And since I know I can take this one, I know I can take that one, I'm going to go ahead and take this one. For wave 4, this is the first wave that we're going to see a manticore. Since it's a manticore, it has a delay on its first attack, so I don't have to worry about getting attacked by it right away. So I'm going to go ahead and pray against the mage. So here we go. And a double south spawn. So in this case, I'm just going to rotate to the north side. It's a little safer, so you can land the same freeze. Just this time, if you're on this side of the pillar, you need to target the meleeer. And you can see that I killed that guy with Blood Barrage, even though I didn't really need to. You're guaranteed to max it if you use your range weapon, so I should have used my range weapon, but if you're feeling lazy, then no need. Alright, so now I'm going to get ready for the reinforcements. There's a major in this wave, so I have to pray mage. And then if I'm on this spot, then this guy's going to get trapped. I don't know if I can actually hit this guy. I'm just going to kill the guy in front because it's safer. If I were using long range, then I could hit the guy in the back. But it's going to take longer. I actually could hit it on rapid. So I should have killed this guy first to save prayer. But ultimately I have all these prayer pots, it doesn't really matter. Okay, since this is the only guy left, I don't have to worry about him like throwing javelins or something that I need to dodge. Then I'm just going to get ready and just click him. And that'll drag me to the A spot, so I'm ready. Don't have to think about it. Okay. Wave 5 is going to be the exact same thing as the last wave, just now with a ranger. So I'm just getting ready to pray, making sure I'm potted up. I'm going to... I'll save this one more wave, just because there's a lot more enemies next wave. I'm going kind of slow, just because I'm talking about it as I'm doing it. And start. Now, fortunately, this guy's a major, so I don't have to worry about the reinforcement spawning, because one of them's going to have a major, one of them's going to be a melee. The only one that's really concerning is the mage. Sometimes if you have like a ranger over here, and you have to worry about the major coming in front, then you'll end up getting caught between them, and you'll have to tank one. In which case, it's usually faster to just switch your focus and kill the mage, unless you're like over halfway done with the Javelin Colossus. But you can try an off ticket. I don't even know how to. So I usually just die in that scenario. Okay. So with the tiny major in the back, this spot here is safe from it. So all I have to do is pray range, and I can attack the thing in front. I switched to long range because I don't think rapid is far enough on the Atlatl. Let me go ahead and turn on walk. Yeah, so this is just the exact range here. So it's slow, but you're guaranteed to get it. Real quick before this dies, since I am here and it's one tile out of the range of that, I can just swap to my range pair. It'll come down, it'll block the next thing. So now I can just run a little closer, deal with this guy. I can even run all the way to here and that guy can't see me. And now he's corner trapped, so I'm just going to run back. Plenty of time to get back to A. Manti Mayhem is a good one to take because it doesn't affect the soul fight at all. So I can take this and deal with it for a few waves, but then at the end, it just means that soul is even easier. All right, so I see that there's 2 rangers this time, the Manticore and the Mage, and then the Mage being the Serpent Shaman. So all I have to worry about is the Rangers for my prayer starting out. So I'm going to pick it, and unfortunately I got a double south spawn, but I'm just going to wait here, freeze this, and then fall up here. And that just makes it a little easier. One thing of note, so I'll just go ahead and show it real quick. So since this guy's praying the same, it'll be a little easier. If I'm here, then when the reinforcements spawn, I can deal with them one by one. So they are going to make it around the corner. All right, and now I have all the time in the world to think about what to do with this. But what I'm going to do is the same thing that I would do over there. Going to deal with the thing in the back first, then the thing in the front. Right now, this guy can't see me. So I can walk here. And I can just focus down the thing in the front, get it close to dying, and then shift and kill the thing in the back. So if I were in this case and had a Venator bow, then I could just target this thing here and it would bounce off of the Serpent Shaman. Just thought that was worth mentioning. I don't know the range here, so I'm just going to click the thing in the back and make sure that this, yeah. Oh, yeah, see, if I go one tile closer, then that major can hit me. But it's pretty rare that you even need to go to this side. The double south spawn, I'd say like maybe 20% of runs I'll run into it. And so now that that guy's dead, this guy would come down, he would be able to hit me, and then have to deal with opticking. But because I walked away, I don't have to deal with it anymore. So I can just go to long range. I think I walked too close yet. And if I walk back, it'll pull this guy. You don't even need to, though, because since I was standing on that tile, he would walk forward, block the Manticore. And swap back to Rapid. And if I was just feeling nervous about fighting the Manticore, I could just go ahead and heal up. Yes, it's less efficient to heal off of this guy than the Jaguar Warrior, but who cares about efficiency? It's about KC. Okay, and get ready. So, as soon as this guy launches his first attack, just need to be ready. And I'm just going to fall back here, get ready for the next wave. So running between pillars, Manticores can only get off one attack, but everything else gets off 2 attacks. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, just be prepared for that. Doom is nice to take. I wouldn't take Doom 3 because it makes the soul fight a little more hectic. But if you're getting hit 15 times in a wave, you're probably going to be dead either way. So you're better off just taking Doom. And the next wave is the first wave that the Shocker is going to spawn in. So ready to pray Mage. Got my Mage gear on. And good to go. And this one's going to end up being a triple stack, I believe. Yep. So I will show you how I deal with that. First things first, gonna wait for the Minotaur to come out, wait for him to walk all the way down here. If I wanted to be sure to be able to drink the ranging pot and not have to worry about damage, I would go ahead and drink it now and just heal off of the Minotaur. And then I have, all the time in the world to move and deal with the triple stack. So waves behave differently depending on where you're standing. If I were standing here and I click here, the 2 guys in the back are going to hit me on the same tick. But if I'm standing here and then click here, this guy's going to attack me first, this guy's going to attack me second. And the front guy would attack in the same tick as the second guy. In this case, this guy would attack the tick after. So I would pray against if these guys were 2 rangers, I would pray range, step here, get hit by those, and then pray against the front thing. Since they're not, I'm going to stand here, pray against the mage first, swap to range. I know running to this pillar that the Manticore is not going to be able to get off attack, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah. So all I do here is get ready. You could turn on Rigor or whatever to boost your defense just in case, but we also have Relentless too, so we're going to get hit no matter what. You can take a couple hits and survive, but there's no need. Ooh, got hit. Alright. Manticore down, now there's just the 2 of these. And on first thought, you'd think, oh, if I stand here and I walk out here, then I can tank the guy in the back first and then swap to this guy. But it's really easy to mess that up, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and sip a brew. I have it, may as well. Go ahead and ranging pot. And you can do the exact same trick here as you can over here, where you just pray against the thing in the back, click here. Thing in the front can't hit you. I've been running this with my Bofa, so I'm not really used to the speed of the Atlatl. And then go ahead and run back. Alright, so Anti Mayhem 2, it can apply Venom. That's why we take the Sandfew Serum. But, same thing as before, it doesn't affect you in the soul fight, so it's a great one to take. And I know that the Major is coming. There's 2 Rangers, but the Major is the bigger threat. So I'm just going to click Start. Remage. Run back. So the reason I'm standing on this tile and not this tile is because if I'm standing here and the Minotaur spawns, it can get stuck here, and then I have to run out here to drag it, which will then pull this guy down and screw up everything. So instead, if I stand on A, and this is that straight line, Minotaur's going to come straight down. If you have a Bofa, this goes much faster and you don't have to worry about potions at all. But okay, so in this case, something of note about this far pillar, if I were to step out here, this guy would come down. But on this side, he gets stuck. So I can run all the way out here, deal with the guy in the back, and this guy still can't see me. And this guy has the biggest range in the entire Colosseum. So if he can't see me, nobody can see me. So it's much easier, just deal with everything up here, and then pull that guy forward. I'm going to go ahead and turn Rigor up just to save some prayer, as I am taking a very long time. I'm worried about running out. Okay, thing in front's dead. Now I can do one of two things. I can either run to the start tile, run back, that'll undo this guy, or I just step here, step back. The Shockers are actually the second fastest thing to kill in here, behind the Serpent Shamans. So if you ever have to kill that one first. Alright, so that's it for the Shockers. Now I'm on to the double Manticore waves. So with the double Manticores, these are attack delayed. I only have to worry about the Ranger at first. So here we go. Oh no, I started without my mage gear on. still had time to switch. When the ranger is the second thing, you can stand here, and it usually doesn't cause a problem. Or maybe it's if there's nothing to the side of it. I think it's if there's nothing to the side of it. So I just wait for the Minotaur, and all of the damage that I just took, I just heal it back up. If it takes forever, it takes forever. I'm going to go ahead and use another ranging potion while I have some life to heal here. And go ahead and swap. In this case, since this 3-stack has the Javelin Colossus and 2 Manticores, you can technically walk out and get the Manticores to show themselves. If they happen to be ranged, then you can do it. You're going to be flicking 2 Manticores and trying to move from the Javelin from the middle guy. So you can do that if you're really good, or if you're bad, like me, you just run. Let everybody get hung up on the pillar here. Deal with it one at a time. That's one down. And since I know I can corner trap this guy, I don't have to worry about him. So I just click here, bring in Manticore. My goal is to have at least 1 or 2 doses of restore left whenever I get to soul. Oh, went a little too soon. One thing I've noticed is that every run where I've gotten venomed, I've made it to soul, so that's a good sign for this run. And now there's one thing left to worry about, so I just move on back. And I may as well. Didn't see him get that off. That's on me. But I may as well go ahead and heal up. And just like that, we're on wave 10. So this one is kind of a bad selection. In this case, I'll probably take re-entry because I know I only have to deal with it for 2 waves. But usually you want to avoid Anti-Mayhem 3 because then it makes it so the melee orbs can appear in any order, and so it's really easy to find yourself in a spot that's hard to pray against. So I usually stick with one of these two. Frailty's fine. The lower your HP is, the harder it is to fight Soul. Re-entry. So for number 2, it's permanent, but as long as you hug the outside, it's not going to be there for the Soul fight. So either's fine. I'm going to go with re-entry in this case. And 3, 2, 1. In this case, I am going to go ahead and use my prayers just to try and get this guy down fast. Because I don't know what order the guys are going to spawn in. Okay, Major's in the back. There's nothing to worry about then. Oop. That was dumb of me to walk out there. And yeah, that's kind of the bad part about taking re-entry. Oh, I guess I'm full health. I don't have to worry about that. So for the Freminate guys, you can kill them before this guy heals them, but like whenever they get half health, this guy's going to heal them. So fortunately, I can get off the attacks fast enough that it doesn't matter. Because I peaked earlier, now I have to deal with this terrible situation. So I am just going to pray and walk out here and get ready to flick both of them. So I'm going to click the one in the back, so I start there. Plenty of time to fix everything and just focused on one thing. I'm moving here just to make it easier to run back to A, because I know he's going to get off at least one of his javelin tosses. Since I only have re-entry 1, they're temporary, so these are going to go away. But that's why I don't like to take it, because if these were permanent, I would be in a really bad position. But I know I only have to make it one more wave. Totemic's bad, never take it. Re-entry 2, it's not great, but one wave shouldn't be a big deal. And it's a little easier to deal with than an off-sequence Manticore. And so I'm going to take that, and there's a shocker, so I'm going to pray against this shocker. I got about the worst lineup I can for these. But I can just stand here, deal with the Manticore, or sorry, the Minotaur, and then deal with the wave later. Mage is in front. If I'm standing on B, it'll get trapped on the corner there. If I move to C, or I guess it's too late to do that. But I could just step out here and kill the Minotaur. Oh. Or die. And unfortunately, that also brought the Manticore down. That's pretty bad. I may be able to recover, may just die here. Alright, so this is quite the predicament that I'm in. What I'm going to do is start from the B tile, pray against the mage in the back, try and flick immediately to the Manticore in the front, then back to mage prayer for the mage in the back. The Javelin Colossus this entire time is just going to be pelting me. I have Relentless 3, so I'm taking extra damage. This could be it. So I can switch to my best defensive stats just to make it a little more likely that I survive, but you know, I'm not putting a lot of faith in it. So click the G tile, and here we go. And looks like I got lucky. I may be able to just pull this off. And I'm just going to go ahead and heal off this. It's not a great target for blood magic, but may as well. Just saves me some brews for later. And I'm going to save my regen potion for the soul fight. But it certainly is an option. And just go ahead and pot up, make this a little faster. And I can stand here as long as I want, so I am going to go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. And I am back. We're ready to clean this up. Real quick, since I have re-entry 2, these are going to be permanent, so I want to make sure to not put any in the middle. So as long as you're hugging the outside, it won't happen. Since it is 2, it will splash out 1 tile, so you want to walk at least 2 tiles away. For soul, it doesn't really matter where you end the wave, because it's going to start you from the same spawn point anyways. So all I want to do is make sure I don't put this sand in the wrong spot. And you can see that I almost got hit by it there. And that's it. So now I am on Soul. Alright, for this wave, I like to go ahead and swap to my melee stuff. The Blood Fury I like to bring just for the healing that I get off Soul in case I get hit, just as a last-ditch effort to heal myself back up. Don't need the range gear, obviously. Specifically for the Eclipse gear versus the Blue Moon Tacit, you get, I think it's more attack bonus, right? No, I guess they're both +1 melee strength. So whichever you have more points in, it's fine, since the goal is to not get hit. And I just move this down out of the way so I don't switch, because I don't need to switch during the soul fight. And move this stuff up. Don't need the Divine Ranging Potion. That's there as a last-ditch heal, and I'm sure you can already tell I'm getting nervous just thinking about it. But I left these notes here for myself. So now that I'm on Soul, I need to turn my area sounds on. I like to turn them off ahead of time to make it easier to hear the enemy attacks, know what to pray against. But I do need it for the soul fight. And then I actually don't have the control for my equipment screen bound normally because I don't use it. So I like to use F6, what I use for the mage page, so I'll just change it specifically for the soul fight, then change it back afterwards. So now everything is good to go. I will go ahead and take a sip of this. There's less prayer restore than I would like to have here, especially since I always forget to use the Sanfu serum just because it looks different. But you take what you get. So as soon as I'm ready to start, another thing to note, if you're here, you're at 30 HP, you can just sit here, rapid heal, or just even regular heal. The only thing you can't do is log out or go AFK for 20 minutes. But another good thing to do here is to pull up the Colosseum and practice the Soul Heretic fight. I already have my quiver, so I don't care if I live. But if I didn't, then I would be practicing. But I mean, I already have my quiver and I'm this nervous, so you can only imagine. And these two are awful. I don't want these, so I'm going to go with Doom. I completely missed that attack. I didn't see the message above his head.
My heart cry, man.
Well, it was a good attempt. But there you go. That's how you do it.